Okay guys, how you doing? And I just got finished watching Cabin Fever. Now I'll probably show some clips from the movie. Short little snippets, that way I don't get in trouble for copyright on YouTube. But let me give you the basic rundown of Cabin Fever. Now Cabin Fever is a story about 5 friends who just got done with their midterms, college students, and they decide to take a trip down to a cabin in the woods. Now you can obviously hint the references towards Evil Dead in this, and the cabin does look exactly like the cabin from Evil Dead, which is pretty cool. But, so anyway, while they're down there, there's this homeless guy, or a bit of a hermit, who gets this flesh-eating virus, from his dog, and he wants help, but it leads to some crazy mishap where they accidentally kill him, and his body ends up going into the river where they get their water from. So one by one, some of their friends start getting affected by the flesh-eating virus, and it's mainly about them trying to survive, trying to find help, and other crazy stuff goes on. Like there's this one kid whose dad runs the general store that's in town, and he just sits on the bench, just sits down there quiet, and this is the weird thing that he does. Ryder Strong, being the friendly character that he is at first, decides to say, hey, how's it going, kid? Puts his hand out for a handshake, and all of a sudden kid bites him, and the dad's like, everyone knows not to sit next to Dennis. He bites. He's a crazy little kid. But anyway, one of their best friends, I believe it's Bert, James DeBello, who is a hilarious character, who I love throughout the movie. He's probably one of my favorite characters in here, right next to Serena Vincent, of course. Serena Vincent. Oh yeah, anyway. So Bert says, look, I need to go to the hospital, I'm sick. So the dad's like, okay, just stand right there, I'll go get help. And then the kid, for no real reason, shouts pancakes over and over again, and does this weird kung fu slow motion karate. Hey, it happens, and it bites Bert, and then the dad's like, look, you got my boy sick, look, we got a real problem here, we're going to stop the problem right now. And Jim's like, what do you mean? It's like, Ernest, get the rifle. And he's like, oh crap. So it's a pretty interesting movie overall. It's really good, and you can spot all the references to other horror films before it. Such as when one of their best friends, I think it's one of the other female characters that's in there, I believe it's, let's see, I think it's Karen, or... I could be wrong, but it's the actress Jordan Ladd. Yeah, Jordan Ladd. She, when she gets sick, they decide, okay, we're going to quarantine her. So they take her out to the shed where she'll stay in there, and they will come by, talk to her and give her food and stuff. Which you obviously hint the reference at The Thing, which is what happens to one of the characters that gets infected with the Thing. They decide to seal them off in a work shed type area. And there's a few other references to other horror films, such as when Ryder Strong kills one of the rednecks, he stabs him in the head. He stabs him through the ear with a screwdriver, and that's an obvious nod to. Cat out of the way. Sorry about that. That's an obvious nod to Dawn of the Dead, where they're in the mall and they're getting attacked by zombies, and one of them grabs a screwdriver and stabs it through and stabs him. There's a lot of references to other horror films in this, but overall, I really like it. To me, it's really good. Overall, great movie. I really enjoyed it. That's all I can say. And Eli Roth is in the movie. He plays this character who's just in it for a short bit. And he's like, hey man. He's like, hey dude, I got weed. Yeah. Grimm, I believe that's his name, like Grimm, and I thought that was pretty funny. So overall, his character is just in it, but then the next time you see him, all you see is like his torso, like he's been eaten by something, and I don't know what. But And a lot of people hate on Cabin Fever, but I don't. I really love Cabin Fever. To me, it can't do no wrong. It's got everything I like about it. It's got the, black comedy, the horror, and like I usually say, I'm not a really big fan of gore fest films. I'm not a big fan of that, but with this movie, I'll make an exception. It's really overall a great movie, and and it's got some funny features on here. Like, it's got the shorts that Eli Roth did, the animated shorts called Rotten Fruit. It's got 5 audio commentaries. I think one audio commentary is with him and the producers. Another one is with him, James DeBello, and Joey Kerr. James DeBello and the other actor, and one is just with him and Ryder Strong, because Ryder Strong talked a lot. And then there's one with Jordan Ladd, Serena Vincent, and him. And I think there's one with just him in it. I don't know. Like, there's 5 audio commentaries. Good. And this is the regular edition, not the director's cut, which I wish I would have gotten on Blu-ray. But, I think I'm proud with this one because I got because Serena Vincent signed it. Hold on. Let me show it again. Yep, Serena Vincent. And it's got the family-friendly version, which is like 2 minutes long. And it's got the chick version. By that, whenever gory or scary scenes happen, the television mimics the thing like, oh, look through your fingers. Like, oh, I'm so scared, but yeah, you do this. Like, so, like I said, Cabin Fever, one of my favorite movies. Now, this is one of my favorite Eli Roth movies. Now, I know he hasn't really done a whole lot. He's done, like, Hostel and Hostel 2. And I'm just going to be honest, I'm not a fan of Hostel. I'm not. To me, I don't like Hostel. I mean, I like Hostel 2 a little bit, but, I don't know, I'm just not a huge fan of it. Sorry to people who like it. I just couldn't get into it. So, overall, that's Cabin Fever. It's a great movie. So, yeah, I would say check it out. If you get a chance, go buy it, rent it, buy it, get it on Blu-ray, because I'm pretty sure it looks fantastic on Blu-ray. But I'm proud. I'm happy with this right here. And there is a sequel to Cabin Fever out called Cabin Fever 2 Spring Fever, which I kind of sort of did a review of on my little movie thing that I did. But I'm not sure if I want to review that one. I mean, it's not a bad movie. It's not terrible at all, but it just doesn't have the same feel. I mean, to me at least. I mean, it's an overall good movie and all, but that's for another review next time. So, catch you guys later. Right now, I'm thirsty.